Welcome back. You're watching Welcome Home. I'm Rachel Schramm with Simply Home. Well, I think you're definitely going to recognize our next guest, but he's doing something totally different than what you'd expect these days. Former Titan Keith Bulluck has opened a brand new Just Love Coffee location at McEwen, and we recently sat down with him to get the story behind his new adventure.
I'm an owner. Owner of Just Love McEwen Northside. You know, about, I would say like my 5th or 6th year in the league. There's only so many trips in the off season that you can take to Miami, Las Vegas, New York, California, you know, so I always had an interest in business. Even when I was playing, I took business courses, Stanford, Harvard, Wharton. NFL does a great job of offering those that are interested different outlets other than football to explore while you're in the NFL, and I took advantage of that. I also went back and got my executive MBA from George Washington University, so I've always been business-minded. Just Love particularly had the core values, and you know, it was a brand that kind of lined up with my beliefs and business strategies as well. At first I wasn't a coffee drinker, more business-minded, and I vetted several different businesses, and when I got to Just Love and I met Rob and, you know, just heard about his story and, you know, his reasonings for starting it, and then meeting the other team members of Just Love corporate at the corporate offices, it kind of made me want to be a part of a small young franchise local to Nashville that, you know, I could help and we can help each other grow this brand. Beginning like junior high, 7th grade, my mom ran into, you know, hard times, and you know, from that situation I moved into with one of my best friends, and from there got put into the Child Protective Services foster care system. And fortunate for me, my story isn't one where I was bouncing around from house to house. I was fortunate to live with a family that I was familiar with, that was familiar with me, so I was able to have stability and focus on my school and my athletics. And you know, I got a scholarship to Syracuse University, and the rest is history. I always said if I was able to give back, I would. If I was ever in a position like, you know, to give back to the community or to a cause, I would. And foster care was a no-brainer for me to do that. And you know, as a player, it was fun because we were able to do certain events and get my teammates involved. And now being a store owner, part of a franchise, it's almost the same thing. You know, other franchise owners I look at as teammates, and we're all involved in the adoption side, and now with the foster care side, I'm hoping that they want to do some things with this store as well as, you know, the franchise overall. I'm a tea drinker, so Rob Webb, the owner Rob Webb, and Jason Smith are master roaster, and that's the great thing about being a part of Just Love, is that we have our own roastery right down there in Murfreesboro. So I went down there and spent a couple hours just tasting different mixtures and blends based upon what I told Jason, and we definitely came up with a nice blend that I think people would like a lot. For the, like I say, it's like for the novice coffee drinker, so it's not going to be bold, not as robust, but there'll be some nice blends in there that people will like for sure. So we have a Ripple machine. Our general manager, David DiStefano, did the research and found it out. So any picture that you send to that machine via Bluetooth, email, when you're in our store, you just connect to our Wi-Fi and it sends it to the machine. And we'll print it out on a nitro or a latte for you. It's pretty interesting. It's been a learning experience, but I have to say I do have a great staff, you know, people that I can rely on. I found those people that I can rely on, people that want to be here, and we want to be here for the community here at, you know, Northside McEwen. So it makes it fun to come to work, and we always here to, you know, provide a smile, coffee, food, whatever it may be here at Just Love for sure. Well, if you're looking to find me, you can find me on Twitter, kbull53, on Instagram, Keith Bulluck53, or at Just Love Coffee, McEwen Northside, to find anything and everything about this store.
You can find out more about Keith's shop on Instagram at Just Love McEwen or online at justlovecoffee.com. Well, stay tuned for some helpful tips on event planning during the pandemic.